I just finished my 4th year of teaching as a high school history teacher. And these last 4 years have been more than difficult. Some of the most difficult years of my life. But an ancient philosophy called Stoicism has helped me become a better teacher. And this video is all about how I use Stoicism in my daily practices inside and outside the classroom. Come with me on my long walk this morning. Nothing like a shot of espresso at 9 a.m. Stoicism is an ancient Greco-Roman philosophy that practices resilience, that practices emotional stability, and follows 4 cardinal virtues: courage, discipline, justice, and wisdom. Teaching is a chaotic job, and as a Stoic teacher, I try to practice emotional stability as much as possible. This job is so crazy. The amount of questions that I get asked daily is insufferable, and I like to practice the mindset of what is in my control and what is out of my control. Things that are in my control is how I react to certain situations in my classroom, how I react to a difficult student, how do I react to a student that is blurting things out in class, how do I react to a student who is constantly on their cell phone, because that individual, these students are out of my control. I can't control what they think, what they say, and what they do, but I can control what I think, what I say, and what I do. And this is a very important foundation as a high school history teacher that I need to incorporate daily throughout my teaching. Courage is one of the founding principles of Stoicism, and as a high school history teacher, I practice courage daily in my classroom. One of the things that I do to practice courage is by standing up in front of the students and telling them the way that it is. Now, I'm an introvert. Some people who know me know that when I'm comfortable around you, I can be an extrovert, but throughout my day-to-day life, especially growing up, I'm an introvert. And I hate giving presentations when I was in high school. And I give presentations almost daily in my classroom. The first few times have been very difficult, but it takes courage to stand up there and to talk to students. Another way that I practice courage is by emailing and calling home. I am a very young history teacher, and when I first started out, I was always so nervous to call home or to email the parents because I thought I was suffering from imposter syndrome. I thought I shouldn't have this job. I didn't feel like I was qualified. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. And if I called or emailed home, I felt like I was challenging. But now, as a 4th year teacher entering my 5th year, I email home almost monthly to keep the parents notified about the progress of their students in the classroom, especially when a student is being difficult, when a student isn't following instructions, when a student is constantly on their cell phone. I need to have the courage to call out bullshit in my classroom and to send out consequences when students are breaking the rules or when they're falling out of line. Usually when people hear the word discipline, they think that they're in trouble. They think of consequences. But for Stoicism, discipline is more of temperance. Marcus Aurelius said it best when he wrote down in his book, Meditations, his private personal journal. He wrote that you need to be strict with yourself and tolerant of others. Tolerance and temperance are a founding principle of Stoicism because it teaches you that you are in control of yourself. You cannot control any other people. So because you are in control of yourself, you need to have discipline when it comes to the reactions of things that are happening. As a high school history teacher, there are so many chaotic things that happen in my room daily. And I need to be constantly on my feet. I need to understand that students are learning the rules of society. They are learning when it is appropriate to speak or say certain things. Students are constantly swearing in my classroom and I have to call it out. Discipline is all about understanding that you are in control of yourself. So if you see another student who is acting out of control, you can tell them that, hey, get a hold of yourself. Be a human. But at the end of the day, I can't control them. It's the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink it. I can teach this student all the right things in the world, but it's up to them to learn it. Now, it's my job to teach them. And discipline is all about doing my job correctly, making sure that I wake up every day with the purpose to go into that classroom to teach my students, with the purpose to help them, with the purpose to have them grow as an individual by cultivating an environment that prospers growth as an individual. Another way that I practice self-discipline, which is the more appropriate way to say it, is that I try to keep a healthy lifestyle. I have the goal of working out almost daily with the goal of reaching 10,000 steps, and I have that in my control. I have the ability to wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. with the purpose to go exercise, and that takes true discipline. Now, of course, I'm human, I fail. I haven't actually worked out as consistently as I have in this month of May because my gym closed down and I didn't feel like going to my local apartment gym all the time, and I used it as an excuse. But I need to learn, and it's a constant process of learning, that self-discipline is a daily routine, that I need to have this daily routine of waking up early, journaling my thoughts, reading 10 pages, going on 10,000 steps, going to the gym, all of these things that I have on my plate. It takes discipline to complete my checklist. It takes discipline to keep moving forward with the goal of finishing everything that I need to do and constantly creating more things to do. Now, the first way that justice looks like inside my history classroom is that I need to incorporate voices from all different backgrounds. I need to make sure that people who have been marginalized, who have been left on the sidelines of conversations, that are still incorporated in the conversation, in the content that we are learning about. Because it is important that these students get a full picture of whatever topic or idea or event that we are learning about in that class, to make sure that they know that this is what people think about on all different perspectives. The second way that I incorporate justice inside my classroom is by holding students accountable to their actions, by making sure that students have consequences for the things that they are doing inside my classroom or lack thereof. Now, as a teacher, we learn about this through the tiered system of classroom management or behavior inside the classroom, and most things happen in a tier 1 level. Think of students going on their cell phone. Think of students talking to a friend not doing their work. All of these things that students are doing inside the classroom, I need to address. And most commonly is going to be the cell phones inside my classroom. And by having a clear policy of no cell phones are allowed. That even includes during their breaks. That includes during the first 5 minutes or during the last 5 minutes. It includes every second inside my classroom. You should not be on your phone. And it takes some consequences, and it takes some redirection, and it takes me as the teacher to hold them accountable to this policy, to this classroom norm that I have in my room. Now, wisdom has got to be one of the most difficult virtues to practice as a teacher. Obviously, I'm older, I have more experience than these students, I'm constantly saying all of these wise and profound things to my students, but wisdom is really knowing that you truly know nothing, that there's so much in this world for me to learn, and I am more than just a teacher, I'm also a student. I need to constantly be reading, writing my own thoughts, and learning about everything that there is in the world. Wisdom as a teacher is knowing when is it the right time to do the good thing, when is it appropriate for me to. Wisdom is knowing that there is more to this than just teaching content. There's more than just telling students, this is the history of the world. This is the structure of our government. It is by knowing that this job has many hats. I am a therapist. I'm a nurse with Band-Aids. I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I'm a teacher. I'm all of these things and more. And wisdom allows one to know that there is more to this than just teaching, right? So many students look up to me for advice. So many students look up to me for help in a variety of different situations. And I need to make sure that I'm always on my go. What I'm trying to say is I'm always able and ready to act when it is appropriate, always able to say the right things at the right moment. And wisdom also takes the courage to know that you will mess up, you will fall short, you will not succeed at everything. You have a lot of work to do. I'm 27 years old. I'm fairly young as a teacher, although my students call me an unk. Wisdom is knowing that there is a lot more to this job than just the word teaching. I am more than just a teacher. Now, obviously, there is a lot more to Stoicism than just in this video. It is a very deep and profound philosophy that it takes constant learning for one to develop the critical virtues and skills one needs to be a Stoic. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, thanks for watching that video. I really appreciate it. Please check out some of my other videos on my channel. It'll really mean a lot. And I'll see you in the next one.